Yo, what's up, my hazy holy rollers? Welcome back to Stoned Bible Study, where we blaze through the good book, uncover the wild secrets they skipped in Sunday school, and get real about the divine vibes. I'm your host, Reverend Blitz, and today we're diving deep into some biblical drama that's got more twists than a poorly rolled joint. Light up that holy incense, aka Canebosum, and let's talk about how God apparently had a wife, and how kicking her out of the story flipped the script. From a chill matriarchal groove to full-on patriarchal lockdown. You heard that right, congregation. Yahweh had a sidekick, a divine feminine powerhouse named Asherah. But poof, she got edited out like a bad take in the final cut of the Bible. And get this, her elimination isn't just some ancient divorce, it's straight up evidence of a societal shift from matriarchal vibes where goddesses ruled the roost to a dudes-only club enforcing monotheism. But zoom out, fam, this wasn't just an Israelite thing. Scholars like Maria Gimbutas dropped the bomb that early hunter-gatherer societies were more matriarchal or egalitarian, worshipping fertility goddesses tied to the earth and cycles of life. Think Neolithic vibes, like at Çatalhöyük in Turkey, 7th millennium BCE, where digs uncover tons of female figurines. Curvy, powerful symbols of motherhood and abundance. No dudes lording over them. In those nomadic days, survival was communal. Women gathered the bulk of food, and power was shared, with divine feminine energy front and center like Gaia in early Greek myths. Hesiod's Theogony calls her the ultimate mama bear, or the oracle at Delphi's Pythia, channeling prophecies from a female-centric spot before Apollo crashed the party. Farming hits around 10,000 BCE, turning hunter-gatherers into sedentary settlers. As humanity advanced in farming surplus, crops mean property, hierarchies, armies to protect it all. The next thing you know, male warriors and kings rise up, pushing patriarchal structures. No more egalitarian roaming. Now it's about control, inheritance through dudes, and gods that look like bearded bosses. This shift erodes the divine feminine worldwide. Asherah gets sidelined in Canaan. Gaia gets demoted to Zeus's grandma. In Greece, Inanna Ishtar fades in Mesopotamia as male priesthoods take over. It's like the 100 Monkeys effect, that wild story where monkeys on one island learn to wash sweet potatoes, and once the 100th monkey gets it, the knowledge quantum leaps to monkeys on other islands through some collective consciousness vibe. Apply that here, as farming spreads globally, hitting critical mass in different regions. The patriarchal mindset jumps across cultures, parallel evolutions or trade routes diffusing ideas, turning matriarchal goddess worship into male-dominated monotheism almost simultaneously. Shocking, right? Kind of like Jephthah sacrificing his virgin daughter in Judges 11, another divine feminine casualty in this worldwide pivot. In Canaanite lore, Asherah was the consort of El, the big boss god, popping up in Ugaritic texts from the 13th to 12th century BCE as the lady who treads on the sea. But in Israelite turf, she got paired with Yahweh until the patriarchs decided one god was enough, and it had to be a he, mirroring that global farm-fueled patriarchy wave. How do we know this? Archaeological evidence, baby. That stubborn truth serum that always crashes the party. At Kuntalet Adrud in the Sinai Peninsula, dug up in the 70s, dating to the late 9th or early 8th century BCE, we've got inscriptions on massive storage jars saying Yahweh of Samaria and his Asherah, and Yahweh of Teman and his Asherah. It's like Yahweh's got a +1 on his divine RSVP. And over at Khirbet el-Qom in the Judean hills, 8th century BCE tomb inscription, same deal. Yahweh and his Asherah. Scholars debate if Asherah, Hebrew Asherah, Greek in Septuagint Alsos, meaning sacred grove or pole, means the goddess herself or just her symbol, a wooden pole like a cosmic totem. But come on, in Canaanite myths, she's a full-blown fertility goddess, not some stick in the mud. This screams syncretism. Early Israelites blending Yahweh with Asherah worship, probably in a more balanced, matriarchal setup, where the divine feminine handled creation and nurturing vibes, echoing those pre-farming egalitarian roots. Fast forward to the Bible, and it's all condemnation city. The good book is packed with references to Asherah and her poles getting the axe, literally, showing how the powers that be systematically erased her to push a patriarchal agenda, riding that agricultural wave of hierarchy. Let's roll through them stone style, because if you're going to support our hypothesis, we need receipts. Picture this. Ancient Israel starts off with some egalitarian goddess energy from hunter-gatherer days, but as farming locks in sedentary life, kings consolidate power. They centralize worship in Jerusalem, a total boys' club temple run by male priests, and boot the divine feminine to curb local cults that empowered women and fertility rites. Much like how the 100 Monkeys threshold made patriarchy go viral globally. Start with the early warnings in the Torah. Exodus 34:13. God tells Moses to cut down their Asherah poles when entering Canaan. Same in Deuteronomy 7:5 and 12:3. Smash those sacred stones and burn the Asherahs like you're clearing out a bad harvest. Deuteronomy 16:21 straight up bans setting up an Asherah pole next to Yahweh's altar, implying folks were doing it anyway, mixing divine hubby and wifey worship. It's like Yahweh's jealous ex saying no side chicks on my turf. But seriously, this hints at a pre-monotheistic era where Asherah, as goddess or symbol, co-starred, reflecting matriarchal roots where female deities balanced the scales before farming's hierarchies tipped the scales. Jump to Judges. In 3:7, the Israelites served the Baals and the Asherahs, forgetting Yahweh like a stoned forget-me-not. Judges 6:25-30 has Gideon chopping down his dad's Asherah pole next to a Baal altar. Family drama alert. This shows Asherah poles, stylized trees symbolizing her fertility power, were household staples in early Israel, tied to local, possibly women-led rituals from those matrifocal hunter-gatherer echoes. Now the kings get involved, and it's reform o'clock. In 1 Kings 14:15 and 14:23, Asherah poles pop up everywhere on every high hill and under every spreading tree, provoking Yahweh's anger in both Israel and Judah. King Asa in 1 Kings 15:13, paralleled in 2 Chronicles 15:16, even fires his grandma Makkah as queen mother for making a repulsive image for Asherah. Queen grandma rocking Asherah merch. That's matriarchal clout getting smacked down by patriarchal kings as sedentary farming societies prioritized male lineages. Enter the northern kingdom's bad boy Ahab in 1 Kings 16:33, who made an Asherah pole worse than anyone before, thanks to Jezebel's Phoenician influence. 1 Kings 18:19 calls out 400 prophets of Asherah eating at Jezebel's table. Elijah's Mount Carmel showdown is basically a divine rap battle against Baal and Asherah crews. In 2 Kings 13:6, that pole's still chilling in Samaria like a stubborn weed. And when Israel falls in 2 Kings 17:10 and 17:16, Asherah poles are blamed. In Judah, it's a roller coaster. Hezekiah in 2 Kings 18:4 and 2 Chronicles 31:1 cuts down Asherah poles during his reforms, but Manasseh flips it back in 2 Kings 21:3 and 21:7, 2 Chronicles 33:3, 33:19, rebuilding high places and plopping an Asherah image right in the temple. Talk about bringing your work wife home. Joash in 2 Chronicles 24:18 abandons the temple for Asherah poles. Jehoshaphat in 2 Chronicles 17:6 and 19:3 gets props for removing them, but they keep popping back like biblical whack-a-mole. The big boss of Eurasia. King Josiah, the patriarchal reformer extraordinaire, reigned about 640 to 609 BCE per 2 Kings 22 to 23 and 2 Chronicles 34 to 35. In 2 Kings 23:4, he purges temple articles for Baal and Asherah. 23:6 to 7 hauls out the Asherah pole, burns it, and tears down quarters where women wove hangings for Asherah. Women's weaving circles getting shut down. That's straight up suppressing feminine roles. He smashes more in 23:14 to 15, even hitting Bethel's Asherah pole. 2 Chronicles 34:3 to 4 and 34:7 echo this, tearing down Asherah poles, crushing idols to powder. Josiah's vibe. Centralize in Jerusalem, ditch the high places, local shrines often tied to goddess cults, and enforce Yahweh only, monotheism. Archaeological backup, Tellerad's 9th to 8th century sanctuary, the place where the Kane Bosim, aka cannabis resin, was found, had 2 standing stones, one for Yahweh, one for Asherah, smashed and buried around Josiah's time, matching the Bible's reform frenzy, and tying into that global patriarchal leap as farming solidified power structures. Tie it to our hypothesis, fam. This ain't random. Early Israelite religion had matriarchal echoes. Asherah as consort, women weaving for her, poles symbolizing fertility like Gaia, or Delphi's Pythia channeling female power from hunter-gatherer times. But as farming brought sedentary life and hierarchies, kings like Josiah pushed by that book of the law discovery, probably Deuteronomy, nuked the divine feminine to build a patriarchal system. Male god, male priests, male kings. No more balanced pairs. It's Yahweh solo, like a divine bachelor party. Humor twist. Imagine Asherah scrolling through Yahweh's texts like, "You deleted me for what? A bunch of bearded dudes in robes?" And with the 100 monkeys metaphor, once enough societies hit that farming critical mass, the patriarchal shift spread like wildfire, or telepathic monkey magic, across the globe from the Near East to Europe. The Bible's Asherah purge screams transition. From matriarchal-leaning polytheism with divine feminine flair in hunter-gatherer eras to strict patriarchal monotheism in farming-fueled hierarchies. Archaeological digs like Kuntilat Adrud and Tel Arad prove she was real, and Josiah's reforms sealed her fate, part of a worldwide wave. It's like the biblical ministry of truth airbrushing the goddess out to keep the power structure male-dominated. Now, let's crank up the vibes on this divine feminine takedown. Remember how we're building this hypothesis that wiping out goddesses like Asherah flip societies from matriarchal chill to patriarchal power grabs. Well, here's another biblical bombshell that screams suppression. The golden calf story in Exodus 32. Yeah, that infamous party foul where the Israelites, fresh out of Egypt, melt down their bling to make a shiny calf idol while Moses is up on the mountain getting the 10 Commandments. But hold up. This wasn't just random idolatry. It's my idea that this calf was a sneaky nod to cow goddess worship, like the Egyptian Hathor, the ultimate mama of fertility and love. Hathor was all about that divine feminine energy, nurturing, birthing, sensuality. And cows were her symbol because, get this, their gestation period is basically the same as humans, about 9 months, making them a perfect stand-in for motherhood and creation vibes. Coincidence? I think not. It vibes with how ancient folks linked cows to the sacred feminine, from Hathor in Egypt to similar fertility symbols in Canaan. In the Bible, Aaron straight up builds the golden calf and declares, "This is your God Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt," Exodus 32:4. But God flips out, calls it a great sin, and Moses smashes the tablets, grinds the calf to powder, and makes them drink it like a bitter biblical hangover cure. Why the rage? Because this calf wasn't just a party prop. It echoed those goddess cults that empowered women as healers and life givers, threatening the emerging patriarchal Yahweh-only setup. Scholars point out the calf ties back to bull or cow icons for gods like El or Baal, but with a feminine twist via Hathor, who was the mistress of turquoise and all about that nurturing power, demonizing it. Total move to erase the divine feminine, just like chopping down Asherah poles. It's like the Bible's saying, no more cow mamas, we're going solo with the big guy upstairs. And fam, this suppression snowballs through history. Fast forward to the witch hunts in Europe, 15th to 18th centuries, where patriarchal Christianity torched thousands of women, mostly healers, midwives, and wise women with herbal knowledge, as witches. These weren't broom-flying hags. They were the descendants of those ancient feminine traditions, using plants and rituals to heal birth babies and connect with nature's cycles. The church, flexing its male-dominated muscle, labeled them devil worshippers to crush any leftover goddess vibes. Books like the Malleus Maleficarum, that misogynist manual from 1486, called women insatiable and prone to witchcraft, echoing the same fear of feminine power that nuked the golden calf. It's my take that this ties right back. Demonize the calf, feminine symbol, centralize male authority, and boom, burn the women who hold the old knowledge. Shocking, right? Like the divine feminine gets airbrushed out, leading to centuries of witchy women getting the stake for daring to heal without a dude's permission. Weave this into our hypothesis, stoned congregation. From hunter-gatherer matriarchal roots with earth mamas like Gaia, to farming's hierarchies demonizing symbols like the golden calf, to Josiah's reforms axing Asherah, and finally to those witch burnings. It's a straight line of patriarchal purge. The 100 monkeys effect kicks in globally. Once enough societies hit that critical mass of male control, the suppression spreads like wildfire, turning empowered women into witches to be eliminated. Imagine Hathor scrolling the scrolls like they turned my sacred cow into a sin party and then burned my healer granddaughters. Rude. But seriously, this narrative seals it. The elimination of the divine feminine wasn't accidental. It was a power play to lock in the patriarchy. Drop your thoughts. Was the golden calf the OG feminist icon? Was Ashera the original boss babe? Hit like, subscribe, and stay elevated. Peace out. Next time, more biblical bombshells. Shalom and puff puff pass.